Welcome to Am I the A-hole, where a mom marries the father of her son's bully and compels him to leave home. The poor boy is now living with his grandparents. OP, the boy's aunt, stood up for him, and she refuses to attend her sister's wedding. My sister, 41-year-old female, is marrying her fiancé, Henry, 42-year-old male. I have decided not to attend the wedding because her fiancé is the father of my nephew's bully, and she has chosen him over my nephew. For context, my sister was previously married, but her husband passed away in a car accident. From her previous marriage, she has 3 children, a 14-year-old boy named Matt and 2 girls. After the death of her first husband, my sister entered into a relationship with her neighbor, who is now her fiancé. He has 4 children, a 16-year-old boy named Liam from his ex-girlfriend, and 3 children from his ex-wife. My nephew, Matt, has been having trouble with Liam, who has been bullying him. Liam teased Matt about his appearance, specifically his crooked nose and dark skin color. As a result of this teasing, other students began to join in, and Matt soon became a laughingstock in school. When Liam saw that there was no one to stop him, he started physically bullying my nephew. One day, Liam and some of his friends even pushed him off the roof, resulting in my nephew being admitted to the hospital for a week. However, my sister and her boyfriend, now fiancé, didn't involve the police by manipulating the facts and telling the hospital that my nephew fell on his own and that it was an accident. I was expecting that my sister and his boyfriend would take some measures to stop this bullying, but they didn't. They didn't even scold the bully. When my nephew returned home from the hospital, his bully started his job again. After his return from the hospital, my parents and I went to see him. When he came out of his room, his bully came running and pulled down his pants in front of all the guests. My nephew was already in pain, so he started crying. My sister didn't say anything to the bully. Instead, she started scolding her son, asking why he came out of the room. It was really disgusting, so I confronted my sister and asked why she was not standing up for her son and why she had put her son through all this. She said I didn't understand, which made me very angry, and I left her home. And while leaving, I made it clear that if she didn't stand up for her son, I would, and that if I found out that my nephew was bullied again, I would go to the police, and I would not care that she was my sister. After about a fortnight following this incident, my sister and her boyfriend announced that they were going to get engaged. I was surprised to hear this decision, as were my parents. We were expecting our sister to end her relationship with her boyfriend and stand up for his son, but she was going in the opposite direction. In response to this announcement, my nephew expressed his disapproval in public, stating that his mother was getting engaged to his bully's dad and didn't care about him. This caused my sister to be furious, and my nephew was devastated by his mom's decision to be with his bully's father, despite knowing how he would feel. I tried my best to make my sister understand that it was not a good idea, but she brushed me off, saying that I don't understand how this world works. I don't have any problem with her fiancé, and I don't care to whom she marries. I was against her decision for my nephew's welfare. I was also concerned about the future of my nieces. If her fiancé's son could bully my nephew, why wouldn't he bully my nieces in the future? Despite knowing that her decision could ruin the lives of her children, she blindly proceeded with her plan and got engaged to her boyfriend and moved in with him. My sister was adamant that she didn't want to hear any negative feedback about her decision. She believed that her son didn't have the right to control her life and that she and her fiancé would address the bullying issue. I suggested that her son needed some distance from her fiancé's son, but she argued that siblings often have conflicts and that she couldn't allow her son to choose his family. After my sister got engaged, her son ran away. He was missing for 2 weeks, and we searched everywhere for him. Finally, we found him at one of his school friends' houses. I reported my nephew's disappearance to Child Protective Services. After he was found, CPS removed him from my sister's home and placed him with his grandparents, which was his preference. I have spoken to my nephew a few times and visited him twice since he moved in with his grandparents. He has expressed that he is very content with his grandparents and does not wish to see his mom ever again. For my sister, everything is going normally. She does not care about the removal of her son from her home, and she is busy shopping for her wedding. She has chosen her fiancé over her son. I have had a fight over her choosing her fiancé over her son, but she is not ready to listen to anyone. Last week, I received an invitation to attend my sister's wedding, but I responded with a no. I made it clear that I would not attend the wedding after everything that had happened. My sister asked me to set aside our family troubles and attend, saying that if I didn't, she would cut all ties with me. I told her firmly that I would not attend no matter what, and that I would choose my nephew over her. My parents were also against my sister's decision, but now they are ready to attend her wedding. And they say I should also change my mind and attend the wedding. When I refused, my mom said I was being an AH. I am clear that I am not an a-hole. I just want your opinion. So, am I an AH for not attending my sister's wedding? OP is not an AH, and the way she stood up for her nephew is impressive. OP's sister is insane. Let's now move on to another am I the butt scenario, where a rude son insults his mother because she asked his wife to cook at a family gathering. He wants his sisters and brothers' wives to cook in the kitchen, while his wife enjoys with him and other family members. I, 27-year-old male, have been married to my wife, Olivia, 25-year-old female, for 7 years and married for 6 months. I come from a conservative family, but I am not conservative myself. On the other hand, my wife comes from a liberal family, which caused some tension between our families, and my wife's parents didn't attend our wedding. As a result, my wife is not close to her family, while I have a good relationship with mine. After our marriage, my wife expressed a desire to live near my family so she could experience a larger family dynamic. We currently reside 15 minutes away from my family and frequently attend family gatherings and events. Despite the initial challenges, we both enjoy spending time with my family. During family gatherings, but not at weddings, etc., women are expected to do the cooking, while the men engage in other activities. My grandma, uncles, etc. hold strong beliefs about these gender roles. However, my dad doesn't. Despite this, my mom always joins the family females in the kitchen during family gatherings. Our father himself cooks and has taught me and my brothers how to. So, I am competent in the kitchen thanks to my father. But I am not a professional chef and also not as competent a cook as my wife. Despite my family's traditional views, I have always found them strange and never personally believed in them. I made sure to communicate this to my wife early on in our relationship, even when we were just dating. My wife's culinary skills are truly impressive. She was always popular with her roommates in college, and after our marriage, she became popular in the family. Whenever we attended a family gathering, our family women asked my wife to join them in the kitchen. However, when her culinary creations received praise from the family members, particularly men, our family women started being rude to my wife. My wife wanted to bond with them, so she made an effort to fit in. However, I didn't like seeing her treated that way. So, last weekend, I suggested that she join us men instead of staying in the kitchen. She was hesitant at first, but ended up having a great time with us. This upset the women in the family, who insisted that I should make my wife cook with them as she was supposed to. They said I shouldn't allow her to skip cooking duties. I stood my ground and told them that I supported my wife's decision to stay with us because of how unfairly they treated her. After this drama, my father and I assured her that she would not be treated this way. And my father told her she didn't need to join women in the kitchen and that she should join our men's company during family gathering. When my mom learned about it, my mom confronted me and said that my wife would have to join other family women in the kitchen. It infuriated me a lot, but I controlled my anger initially and calmly told my mother that I love my wife and don't want her to be treated the way our family women have been treating her. But my mom started insisting that no matter what, my wife must join girls in the kitchen. When I felt it was going beyond limits, I told her clearly that if she had any problem with it, my wife and I would not join family gatherings anymore, and then we left for home. My mom is now saying that I should apologize to her for insulting her. Otherwise, she would cut all ties with me forever. I told my father that I didn't insult my mom. I just told her facts, and if she wanted to cut all ties with me, let her do. I will never apologize for a situation where I am right. So, AITA? OP is not an AH, but he could have handled the situation in a better way. What do the Mac Reddit fans think? Is the OP an AH or not? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like the stories I brought you, just hit the like button, share them as much as you can, and don't forget to subscribe to Mac Reddit for a daily dose. Bye bye, see you tomorrow with some more spicy fries.